Right then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening everyone, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the quarterfinals of the Semi-World Series, where we are going to see Jacob taking on ApeX. Which should be an interesting game. Jacob's certainly improved in recent times. Let's see how he gets on. ApeX looking very strong this tournament so far, and might even be considered favourite to win it, but we shall see what happens today. Let's see if we can get the tournament bracket up quickly. I think that should be a fairly safe bet at this stage of the tournament. Let's have a little look. Let's bring you all in. So we have over here, I think it's the fourth quarterfinal down here, Jacob ApeX. ApeX beat Sezut 5-1 in the last round. Before that, he beat Balu 101 5-0, and then beat Tease 4-2. And actually, that was his first game. In Jacob's case, he beat Setamol 5-1. He then beat Azul 5-0. And then beat Morwi 4-0. So he hasn't. He's only taken the one game conceded so far. So yeah, looking both players going to be strong. Should be an interesting game. Today we've got. It's actually round 5. It's a best of 11. It was a best of 9, but I figured that was too little, so I kind of suggested to Hero he change it, and he did. If we get to 5-5, then we will see a demo mirror on imminent victory. Otherwise, all rules are in play as standard. Random reverse, no skipped. You can get a map veto per round, however, for each player. Okay. What we need to do now is go in game and host. Both players are here, which is excellent. I need to also get the chat up on my phone. Let's say hi all. Zoom in. Okay. Yes. Done. We'll go observer. You, Jacob, your map. Yeah, Jacob's map first, because he is top of the bracket. Yeah, it should be a good one today. I'm looking forward to this set. Kind of been seeing this one coming for a while, I think. No slip-ups from either player, so yeah, it should be an interesting one, for sure. I have a feeling he might go for Mountain Mayhem here. I don't know why. But I have a sneaky feeling that's what he's going to choose. Find out in a second. It'd be so funny if I just instantly clicked accept. He won't go for it now, will he? Will he go for Vendetta instead? Yeah, Vendetta. Okay. That was the other potential he was going to go for. There we go. Let's see what they want. If they want to go in and out, or if they want to go quickly. Hello, evening to you, little black cat. Good to see you. Pidix and my main man, Salah Edin Dabas, hello to you all. And everyone else. They're both going to go straight away here. So yeah, we are ready. We're going to be diving straight on in. Let's see what we get matchup-wise. Tox China, oof. Okay. I think that's pretty obvious what that is. In the bottom, then, we have got ApeX in the purple, playing as Toxin, or GLA Tox. And in the north, we've got, yeah, oh great, that's a concern for the matchup. Not now, but later. We've got Jacob in the blue, playing as Vanilla China. Slightly wobbly Dozer to kick things off, and he would have wasted some time chatting there, so maybe not a perfect start, but he'll do what he can. So he's going to go for a forward supply here. And with this forward supply, he's going to take his first truck, and he's going to drive down here and try and crush as many of these workers as possible. There's a worker on the left. A worker down in this position here. Terrorist is going to try and get there to intercept the truck. And actually, interestingly, this truck is going to completely ignore this position. And it's going to go all the way over here. But there is a terrorist in position there as well. ApeX very much starting off nicely with the terrorist position. Might actually not get this one in time. But ApeX is paying attention. Could potentially force fire. No, doesn't. So he's going to slow him down here. Ooh, don't think ApeX can force fire that, you know. No, misses it. Okay. Gat's going to come out first. We have a tunnel on the left-hand side from ApeX as well. Yeah, this truck's not going to achieve anything. I think it kind of had to double back and go for the worker there. But, no. Okay, ApeX on 6 workers here. 5 over here. This one deciding to go all the way around for some reason. First Gat's going to try and come in and get some harassment done here. Truck's still kind of being annoying, lurking. But the technical is now out. Slightly slow on that first technical, I think. Gat on the left-hand side, and we have an airfield now going up, as well as 3 supplies. There's a very wonky 3rd supply for Jacob there, crikey. Okay, that is very nice from ApeX. Gets the first... I think there might have been a few workers. No, all saved. Very nice from ApeX. And he got some scrap on that technical as well. So yeah, good start for ApeX overall. Airfield now coming in. It's worth remembering, it's very tough for the China, this. Very, very tough. Tok's heavily favoured. He is trying to get loads of Gats around. He has actually spotted this over here, so that's a good find. Technical is now coming in. Dual-pronged attack. There's a terrorist there. Very nice. Oh, that's going to hurt. And he doesn't get the TNT off as well. Loses a truck. Yeah, this is good harassment, actually, from ApeX. Really, really nice. Needs to move these... loses another truck. It's kind of just getting picked apart here a little bit. Jacob. Could certainly be dealing with this a lot better. ApeX looks very sharp, actually, I have to say. Now it's going to expand to his 3rd supply. Slow and steady wins the race, is the attitude here. He's going to try and get himself a... Oh no, he gets another grenade tech. That's a bit of a mistake there from ApeX, because it wasn't being scrapped enough. Gatlix is now out, but yeah, plenty of damage taken there for the China. Just kind of having to hang on in there. These Gats are doing something a bit strange. We do have ApeX with the tunnel on the left. Could potentially take something on the right here. But yeah, kind of a bit. So could have easily had a couple of tunnels here by now. Yeah, hasn't gone for that so far. Okay, Gat's trying to come forward now. No super techs in play, however. He is going to try and get one, but no, he's all over that. Gets away, picks off a Gat, very nice. Both very nice technicals overall. Left-hand side, nice expansion. Nice stinger, actually. Needs to be very careful here, Jacob. This is good from ApeX. Again, good harassment. Maintains the middle position. Plenty of quads in the background as well. Yeah. This is looking really, really good. Very, very patient play here. Lixers haven't done anything. It's almost gone low. Yeah, ApeX is surely going to take this first game. The way this has gone. He isn't even on a palace. No palace, no second arms dealer. He doesn't need it. He's just playing slow and steady. I like it. Going for a 4th supply now as well. Jacob eventually deciding to go for a second war factory. I think he might need to just get to a... He's going Elix heavy, which is interesting. So his plan is to try and catch ApeX out. He might be able to do that at his base. There is a big push coming on the left now. Is he going to engage that? No. Wisely retreats. These quads are deciding to march forward. There's going to be a tech on the right-hand side as well. Okay, now we see the Lixers coming in. Might lose one. Yeah, it does lose one. Only just lost it. A bit unlucky there, actually. And in the meantime, there is this very nice technical on the right-hand side. And he's probably going to get himself some scrap. Nope, he's going to get away. So, very nice. Picks off a truck for nothing. Do we have second arms dealer now being placed down? I'm amazed that ApeX isn't floating, actually, considering that he's on 4 supplies. I suppose he could collect... He's only got 3 workers on this one. There's only 4 on that one. 5, admittedly, there, and there's only 1 here. So, yeah, this is the thing. Like, he hasn't got enough... He could be on a much bigger economy here, ApeX. Just lacking on the workers a little bit. Okay, Flamer's now coming into the middle. Well, finally going to have a bit of success. I think I'd be just flaming these down now while I had the chance. Bit of pressure on this side as well. Might lose a few quads here, ApeX. 1, 2, 3. nearly a fourth, actually. Needs to back off with these now. I think he might just give away a super tech. Yeah, he's going to give away, but yeah. Okay, good clear up in the end from ApeX. Yeah, I think Jacob needs to just flame these buildings down. Otherwise, the Tox will just come back and be annoying again. 2 arms dealers now in play. Any sign of a propaganda? No. Jacob very much going licks heavy and is determined to stick with that mantra by the looks of it. Yeah, Super Tech now picking off the Flamer with ease. I think I'd like to see a Palace fairly soon. Again, ApeX slightly slow on the... He's being very methodical here, which I like. Would like to see a Palace at some point. He's very slow getting to his Palace. And Jacob has a slight float on. $4,000 now. Okay, he has just spent it on something though. Yeah, determined to just stick to the elixirs and flame the combo. Hello, Mohammed DS. Who is favourite between these players? ApeX probably is. But Jacob is a solid player. I think he's slightly panicking in this game. And he has now got some quads on the right-hand side. But he has plenty of elixirs to tidy this up. Just needs to not give any XP away. Which he is in danger of doing. Needs to get these elixirs. Is he going to... Oh, my word. That was a big mistake. So he seems to be just ignoring his base. And he's just going to go for the counter-attack. Which is an interesting decision. Because he has got more quads at home, and he's already down to just the 3 elixirs. Yeah, I think that's an error. Quads at base are going to get swept up, but yeah, he knows it's over. GG. And that is 1-0 ApeX. Very well played. Good start for ApeX. So pressure very much on Jacob now, because the Tox is very favoured here. So, yeah, don't want to really be losing that, because then you go 2-0 down in a sort of 1-1 matchup. And it's... Yeah, exactly. There's less pressure on ApeX here. It's just a bit of a free hit for him. But let's see what Jacob... I don't even think ApeX played that optimally. He could have been a bit quicker. His supplies were a little bit slow. That third supply was very wonky from Jacob. He knows it. He knows it. We start with him anyway. Hello, Lift Truck in the chat, by the way. Hope you are well and safe, my friend. Given certain things. Yes, Jacob here in the south playing as the Tox in blue. And in purple we've got ApeX playing as the China in the north. Yeah, good to see you in chat, if I'm honest with you, Lift Truck. Did the, I know that SR Mad had a game. Did that game get played in the end? I think it did. Which is good to see if it did get played. Yeah, thoughts with you dudes, for sure. Hello, Stella. Second A-arms dealer over Palace, always hurtful to watch. Yeah, I mean, look, he was so far ahead, I don't think it really mattered. But when you're Tox, and you sort of don't go for that, and he never actually even started a Palace at any stage there. And you're kind of foregoing the most powerful, one of the most powerful units in the game in the form of the Gamma Bus. Yeah, this truck is going to have some kind of success. Jacob, very, very alert, actually. I have to be fair to him. Very, very alert. Yeah, he'll just... That's a good... I don't mind that. Because then he can... ooh, misses the scrap deny. If Jacob sees that... Could get himself some free scrap. But yeah, he does get himself presence in the middle anyway. Will he deny that? I don't think he will. Nope, he won't. Does he get the scrap? Yes, he does. Does he have a worker in there? Nope, but he's going to come across here. Very nice. Okay. So Jacob's aggression is going to be here. And he also has a nice looking tunnel at the top left. That could cause ApeX problems, for sure. Especially if nothing builds here. Second war factory now going down. He's going to find himself a dozer. Ooh, opts to go for the terrorist. I think that was the best decision, actually. He's going to put some very nice harassment on. This is good. This is really good from Jacob. It just shows how difficult this matchup is. For the China. I like this gat around the right-hand side. Could get in the supply line here. Yeah. Good harassment. Might lose himself. Yeah, that's a good scrap deny. Really good scrap deny. And picking off the dozers, I think, would be a good move here. Has an airfield, but hasn't actually... Interesting. Gone for it. Needs to take these two. Don't really want to lose these for free. Jacob needs to move it. No, he doesn't. That's a bit lazy from Jacob, actually. And now we have the follow-up push. I think that's what he was focused on. Gat does get into his supply line, though. Does cause some good harassment. He's only on the one supply right now. But he is causing plenty of issues. I think he is certainly going to lose one dozer. Might even lose the second here. Yeah, he wants that dozer. I think he's going to get it for sure. Yeah, that's the hunt. No airfield, just 2 war factories. Could still win here, ApeX. Kind of got everything he needs. Quad in the base. Well, quads in the base will stop this flamer. Very nice. Might lose a worker. Does lose a worker, okay. But yeah, damage, very heavy damage has been inflicted. Ah, he's gone straight into the mines. Okay. So yeah, ApeX kind of does still have everything he needs in terms of production. Maybe like the airfield deny is very good, actually. So Jacob knows that he can just build a load of scorpions at this point, actually. He could just build scorpions and win the game. If you know you've hunted your opponent and he's not on an airfield, then yeah, that's all you really need to build. This is a nice counter-attack, though. Could push, pick off a supply for free. Oil now coming in for Jacob as well. Very, very nice. It's going to help his economy a lot, considering it's been stricken quite badly. Yeah, he knows that he can go Scorps now. The question is he going to sell this? He doesn't want to give the XP away. But he doesn't want to lose it either. Black Napalm is in play. I think Jacob's making a good decision here, cutting off the... Yeah, I think that's a good play. I like that. And he is going to... Yeah, okay, fine. Gets the very nice quad away, actually. He picks off a war factory and, you know, loses a couple of quads for it, but that's well worth it. You've left your opponent with just a war factory and a barracks. Hello, Wraith in chat. And okay, noted lift truck. Very nice. Scorpion now out. Will we see expansion behind this? Yes. Going for the 3rd supply and the 2nd oil. There's no way that's going to get denied because ApeX is 100% focused on denying this aggression here. Tunnel will go down, but there's another 2 in the background. And yeah, it just becomes almost impossible to headbutt this. Kind of have to look elsewhere, really, for some aggression. And Jacob can just kind of chill. Would like to at least see either a 2nd arms dealer. Probably a 2nd arms dealer. Going for a palace, okay. I think this is one of those cases where a 2nd arms dealer could be nice. If you know that your opponent won't get to ECMs or anything like that. I think this will go down, actually. It's a very nice blob of tank hunters here. So yeah, left-hand side's going to get cleared up. And yeah, Jacob now recognising this. Probably needs to throw down at least another tunnel here, maybe even a stinger. Yeah, nice clear up overall there from ApeX. Maybe could consider leaving one tank hunter around here for some vision. We'll now probably see that there are the 2 oils in play for Jacob. The economy very strong here for him. Albeit did lose that left-hand side. Yeah, ApeX just building everything he can. The only downside is, and this is maybe where the palace is good, the Jarl and Kell will make all of these completely redundant. So it is a bit of a catch-22. I like the approach from ApeX, though, just spamming flamers and tank hunters. Scorpions are going to intercept this cat here. Okay. I'm surprised Jacob hasn't tried to queue up a TT. In fact, as I say that, I think this might be exactly what he's going for. Because he hasn't actually, ApeX, mined this war factory. Palace is just about to kick in. Ooh, is ApeX going to flame his own gat? He is, yeah. Bit of a whoopsie from him. Yeah, loads of flames going in. But the flamers have gone in here without the assistance of the tank hunters. That quad's done very nicely. That was a lot. And I think he's going to get a couple more here with the Tox as well. Yeah. Good trade. Yeah, that's a really good trade, actually. Does get the War Factory. Sighing. Sigh, yeah, GG. He tried, but it's so difficult. Jacob saying GG. Yeah, G from ApeX. And it goes 1-1. Easy. Very nice. Very nice from Jacob. I like that. ApeX being a little, a tiny bit salty, maybe, because of the matchup. But at the end of the day, you know, is what it is. You have to play it both ways. That's why we do that. It'll be ApeX's map now. Hello, Memphis in the chat. I love it. I love it from both players. Cobra. Okay. AKA the Queen Nuff Nap, as I like to call it. This is excellent. Both of them are doing Fargos, actually. I'm going to limit my chat. As a neutral man, that is my job. I actually am good friends with both of them as well. My adopted Dutch son, in terms of Jacob, in terms of ApeX, and then Jacob, who I met last year at the LAN, actually. He's a good lad. Very nice matchup, actually. This very, very nice on this map as well. So in the north, we have got infantry in the purple for ApeX. At the bottom of Gold Cobra, we have Jacob in blue, playing as Vanilla GLA. So the reason I say I like this is because the infantry, there are quite a lot of these bunkers, so the GLA has a bit of a chance to defend any outpost push. It's also very useful for any licks. It kind of, I would say, almost forces a licks if you're an infantry and you know that the map has quite a lot of these sort of bunkers and places that can stop outposts. Like, there's an element of chokiness to it. And because of that, that might just force the infantry to go. He isn't actually going to go for that. Kind of surprised by that. Yeah, so he is going to go for the ground push, okay. Jacob will probably be expecting a licks, but at some point we'll discover that there is no licks. So yeah, it just becomes a case of map control then. Which will be interesting to see. He's going to be very quick to get to the third supply over here. That's probably one thing that does go for the infantry, actually. If you stick to the ground army like ApeX is, you can come over to this sort of area here, down here. There's not really any building, and the third supply is quite easy to deny. So I think that's key for the GLA, is to hold this position. See a first technical. I think he could have gone in there and come out of there. Saved him a couple of seconds. Yeah, that's now full. I think I'd like to see that one go over there. Flamer is here. Terrorist here. Outpost is going to try and chase this. Dozer Hunt might well be the intention. Terrorist is going to be dropped off. So yeah, looking to get some nice supply harassment in play then, which I like. One truck going down. And good harassment now on these trucks over here. Would like to see him get the scrap. It does get denied. Really nice deny as well, actually. Good play from ApeX. Can he get in that building there, maybe? Yes, he can. And he will get the tentacle away. Alright. He could come over to this position and there is nothing defending it. This is good from the GLA, actually. There's a flamer on the right-hand side. Should just get denied in time, however. Yeah, Tentacle's now going to get microed. Left-hand side. There's a lot for ApeX to focus on here. There's an outpost on the left-hand side. And Quad here will chip away at the Dozer. Could be very much a risk of getting hunted here, actually, if he's not careful. But yeah, he's going to probably pull this dozer away in time. It's going to be very close. I think the flamer's actually going to block it. Yeah, it does. Ouch. So now... Oh, he's lost it. He's hunted. Yeah. Wow. Okay. He's hunted with a barracks and a war factory. Very sloppy from ApeX, actually. His dozers kind of need protecting a little bit better than that. Good micro over here, though. Quad does just about get saved. So he has all the economy he needs. Maybe at this point he should consider mining literally every building he has. I think that's what I'd be looking to do. Has all the economy though, and has a barracks and a war factory. So it's not completely over for him. This outpost might just get in. Ooh, nice unload actually. Need some quads. Does go for the oil now. This might be a grenade tech. Yeah. Saves it. Very nice save there from Jacob. And quads on the left-hand side as well. Yeah, Jacob's played well this game, actually. It's been nicely done from him. Quads could do with a little bit more microing. They are going to be force firing onto that now. Ooh, go to the barracks. I like it. Oh, he doesn't get it. That's a bit unlucky. Does the barracks for infantry have more health? Surely that isn't a thing. Ooh, very nice. Does he get it away? Yeah, gets himself a super tech. Probably is going to go down. No, it's not actually. It's going to get away, is it? I think it is. Oh, wow. Okay. Good driving. Oh, yeah. Wow. What? It just died by itself. I think the flame has a slight after effect and it just stayed on and that's what killed it. Oh, that is funny. Yeah, Jacob should be nice and comfortable. He's going to get his palace now. He's very unlucky to not take that barracks out. I didn't realise this, that the infantry barracks can survive 2 terrorists. I'm sure that wasn't a glitch, but the more you know. Certainly not over here for the infantry. Jacob's still got to be a little bit on the careful side here. Because these two are quite scary. This here could be a problem, although it's not going to get evacs here. That's a bit of a waste from ApeX. Stinger gets laid down, very close to being able to build a Jarman Kell. Does now have... He wants to go for the war factory, quite clearly. Jacob does need to be very careful. He is at risk of losing the map control. Needs to get these RPGs over ASAP. Okay, yeah, he wants to get the war factory. I think he's going to get it, actually. Because I don't think that flamer is going to stop it. It's not. So that's the war factory gone. Very nice. But in his base, he's got problems. Big problems, yeah. Jarman Kell desperately needed here. Might lose his palace. Loses a minigunners, okay. Ah, Jarman Kell now out. And he's going to get in the palace. That's pretty big. Yeah. That's all going to get swept up. Very nice to put the Jarman Kell in the palace as well. Yeah. Good sweep up. I think that's it. I don't think he could possibly win now. He's literally only got 1 flamer, 2 flamer, 3 flamer, and 2 outposts. And that is it. Otherwise, he can only build infantry. So as long as Jacob basically, you know, defends himself, he can't really lose. Does need to get an arms dealer back, though. And he is floating quite a lot and doesn't have an arms dealer. Nice pick off of the right-hand side. Knows that the only production left is that and it can't be repaired. So 1 terrorist and that's all his production gone. Where is Jarman Kell when you need him? Would like to see him save that quad. But I don't think he's going to. No, he isn't. So nice Jarman Kell as well. Angry mob now and arm the mob is in play. Yeah, I like that. The ApeX, I think, is just giving it everything he can. It is very tough, this. Jacob doing very nicely this game. I have to admit, overall, this game he's done well. Yeah, this is you can't do anything about this. Jarman Kell is the 3-star now. The angry mob. Can you break? Yeah, no chance. I like it. I kind of like this from Jacob because ApeX is there to be. He's there to be taunted. I'd like to say. Does he get it? I think he does get it. Yeah. Flame is going to go down. And John McKell can literally kill everything he's got now. That's it. That's going to go 2-1, Jacob. He even has a bus. Oh, yeah. With ignorance. So here we go. It's getting spicy. Oh, this is going to be fun. Jacob's just winding him up and it's actually working. That's what's fun. If I was ApeX, I would just say GG and on to the next one. It's not a flame, it's just banter. It's so funny. The soul. I'm really enjoying this. This is good. ApeX just needs to focus because this is exactly what Jacob's trying to do. He's trying to rattle him and it's working. It is actually working. Like, ApeX will be his own worst downfall. He just needs to breathe in, not focus on Jacob saying easy or anything like that, and just do his own thing and ignore it. Because if he does ignore it, he's going to stop doing it. Let's just make sure the spots are correct. Alright. Yeah, that's it. I mean, if he was listening to this, which I'm sure he isn't, that's all he needs to focus on. Hello, Baba in chat, and Sam, in case I didn't say, and Logma, hello to you. Hello to everyone. Hello, Sporting, as I say that. Right, so we're at 2-1, and we start with Jacob in the blue playing as China Infantry. And in the bottom, we've got ApeX playing as the Vanilla GLA in purple. Let's see what ApeX goes for here. I mean, when you're the GLA and you're against an infantry, you know you've got to go pretty aggressive. Because chances are there is going to be a licks from your opponent. What I'd really like here is this. Now, you might think, oh, he's building that miles away. But the purpose of this is to get the truck out as quick as possible. And the idea is to just slow him down. Or either deny map control. Which is, I think is exactly the point. And there's going to be a licks in behind. Alright. I do like that. I like the worker, though, from ApeX just going north. I think he might have an idea of what's going on. But if that truck started going to the bottom right, that is going to cause some humongous issues here for ApeX. Luckily for him, Jacob seems to be going into the wrong supply lane. If he drove over here, he might have even crushed all of this. There could have been big problems. Yeah, we are going to see a licks. Can it get in is the big question. I'm pretty sure it can't. Yeah, it did try, but no hope of getting in there. Gets a very nice tunnel up here as well. Do you know what? This technical's really, really quick. And he knows what's up. For sure. He knows what's up. Nice early damage on the licks. The real question is, can he stop it? It's all fun and well, you know, he's going to go for the terrorist, isn't he? Very nice. Very nice from Jacob there. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, what I liked from Jacob is that he picked up quickly because he knew there was a risk of the terrorist getting it. The big question now is, can it get any work done? I'm not convinced it can. He's going to unload, but it's in range of the tunnel. There are now 3 quads out. And I think he's going to have enough to defend. Yeah, for sure. And he has nothing at his base. Yeah, that's over. That's 2-2. Very nicely done from ApeX. Nice idea from Jacob, but yeah, it's completely over. ApeX will be happy with that. I think especially there was a chance he got rattled there. There is a second licks. Well, you know, what's that really going to achieve? He has no economy. Your airfield. Yeah. GG. He knows it's over. He knows it's over. That is 2-2. Very smoothly done. Nicely done from both players, in all fairness, in their respective games. Very nicely done. Just just make sure I'm in the right mode. Yep, 2-2. All looking good. Anti-pro nickname is Barbara and Fargo. Can you imagine that? No problem. Hello, nickname in the chat. If I was smart, I'd support a better club. Can't just change that, unfortunately. Hello, Brian Kindly. In chat. Hello to you. Who said Anti is smart? That is a fair question. I was starting to go over your replays, actually, from last night. I was tempted to cast... I might actually replay cast them, in fairness, Rafe. See if I've got time for that. Oxygen 2. I had a feeling he was going to do that. Okay. Yeah, let's just wait for him to do that. The interesting thing is, I think ApeX does know this map, but doesn't have it. I think he knows what it's all about, though. I'm sure he'll have seen it before. But if he hasn't... This is quite funny. Yeah. Have fun, have fun. It should be a... I quite like watching this map. I think I'd find it very stressful playing it. Air laser, interesting. Very interesting. Right, so we start with Jacob in the bottom left playing as Air in blue. And in the top right, we have got ApeX in purple playing as Laser. Now, some might instantly think, oh, it's mismatched or unbalanced or whatever. I actually think I'm not going to say I'd rather be the Laser. I'm just going to say that the Laser has much more of a chance on this map. In theory, if the Air plays it correctly, it should still win. But if the game does go sort of medium term, I think suddenly it flips, because the Laser can take or can go for some war factories and spam Tovies a lot better than the Air can. So yeah, a lot of this will just come down to the early builds and what the players end up doing. I think we are going to see a drop, but the question is that going to go for the base? ApeX has sold his CC, which I'm not a huge fan of personally. And he does seem very intent on getting these aircraft carriers. Yeah, there's one of the dozers, and the other one is... In all likelihood, the other one's going to get picked off. Jacob is actually going to ignore it. I'm not a fan of that. Is he just going to go... Where? What is the plan here? Ooh. Probably will get the dozer, actually. Yeah, he completely flew past this dozer, which is a bit of a mistake. Could have just stopped, killed that off. That is going to come back to bite him, I think. No doubt about it. Will he at least get the dozer? I'm not convinced he will. No, he won't. Jacob looking a little rattled here in this game. If that war factory gets up, which it will, and he hasn't really caused that much damage on the base. Hello there, Soon, in the chat, by the way. Yeah, I think Jacob's made some errors in this game. He knows there's a war factory now, but he has to go over and finish that off for sure. I think he can do it. Is he just going to go straight for the airfield? He is. Okay. Yeah, I'm really not convinced by Jacob's builds at all. He's at serious risk of losing his airfield here. Real risk of losing his airfield. Oh my word. ApeX is kind of sleeping. Oh wow, it's going to go down, is it? Oh yeah, it does. That aircraft carrier, man. Holy moly, what is Jacob doing in this game? What is he doing? I think EA's definitely lost this now. I mean, the big mistake was he just flew past the dozer. Imagine he just dropped it off and finished it off. All this war factory doesn't do anything. All he had to do was drop that off and deny the bottom right, and it was GG. I mean, he's completely messed it up. I don't know what he was thinking. Very, very odd from Jacob. I don't think he even knew what his plan was. Yeah, big oopsie. Really big oopsie. I don't know what he was thinking there. Yeah, no good. Not a fan. Oh. There we go. So update the score as well. That is a 3-2 lead for ApeX. Let's make sure he gets the right army. Spalding's still in the chat. I'd be interested to know his opinion on this matchup. Hello, Jason. He says, isn't 3-1? No, it is 2-2. I think ApeX is yeah, enjoying that. Alright. So in the top right then we have got Jacob playing in blue as Laser. And bottom left, ApeX in purple as Air. So yeah, a lot of mistakes from Jacob in that last game. Like a biblical number of mistakes. It's very interesting that he chose a map and then completely butchered the build like that. It really is. I'm not sure what was going through his head. One thing you need to be aware of on this map is when it says water will rise here in the bottom right corner. So after that 5 minutes and 20 seconds, this whole area that's below this hill will flood. So your CC will go down. So that's kind of one of the reasons why people might not bother keeping their CC. Is because you're going to lose it at some point. So I guess that is kind of one of the things that you need to consider. But I still think it's very risky to sell your CC in this particular matchup. Because 5 minutes is a long, or 6 minutes, whatever it is a long time. It is a long time. Okay, Dozer's going to get dropped off. Might get denied in time. I think it has to be denied. Does get the war factory up. And it will go down. Okay, that's a Dozer down. He's going to get his own barracks established here, which I like. And Jacob's also going to go for the bottom right side. Okay. Yeah, this is nice. This is better from Jacob already. Decent chance of winning both of these areas. And he is actually winning this area as well. ApeX slightly quicker with the capture. He's going to get these in. Yeah, okay. Capture's now coming in then for Jacob. Has himself 3 nooks. Probably a few too many here. Does seem to have this sort of dialed and is taken... Something got denied. Oh, the King Raptor denied the capture. Very nice. Very, very nice. But Jacob does have enough money now to get himself a Dozer and then a War Factory afterwards. And this has been completely camped, which I do like. That should be considering going for the airfield straight away or the War Factory. Seems Jacob can't really decide what he wants to do. Okay, he is going to go for the barracks first. Very nice, though. The amount, yeah, already takes it out. Very good play. Ooh, Ranger a bit unlucky there. Does get squashed by the aircraft carrier. So yeah, these King Raptors are nice because they'll just instantly deny this, which is good play. Jacob behind this, though, a bit lazy in his base. Needs to get a War Factory established very, very quickly. Does take that out. But yeah, Jacob only now getting... Where's the war factory? Why my raptors aren't shooting? There's your answer. They do shoot. Airfield did actually go down there. Okay. Builds another one now. Where's the war factory? Yeah, there we go. Okay. A little bit slow from Jacob. Wouldn't mind seeing him build... Go up here and maybe try and construct... I don't know, a supply. But then I guess you'll lose it in 2 minutes. I think ApeX is going to be in for a bit of a shock. In fact, both players might be in for a bit of a shock because they're going to lose most of their base. He's now going to come into this position, but there are Vs out. Second war factory now being established. Okay, this is nice. And these are in positions where he won't lose them. The airfield is safe. War factory, all of this is safe as well. Yeah, in 1.5 minutes, we're going to see a bit of chaos coming into play here. Does he see the V coming? I think he does. Yeah, he does. Very nice. This V should end up finishing all of this, which is nice. Yep. Another supply coming in. Yeah, fairly. This is a closer game. Raptors are probably going to try and pick off a war factory here. Yep, they will. Very nice. And top left now gets camped, so yep, has to be sold. These random things. I assume they don't actually do anything. They're just there for show. 50 seconds until the water rises. Loads of war factories being pumped out here. Loads and loads and loads. Versus the 2 now for ApeX. Both players with a bit of a float. They are in for a bit of a shock soon, I think. But I think ApeX with the toe... Whoa, bit of a freeze. ApeX with the toe and the King Raptors, I'd say, certainly has a bit of a lead here. All very, very nice pickoffs. I think ApeX has just been... has just reminded Jacob here of this. These are just going to go for the counter push. I think I like that. So you should be able to build enough to defend any push here. 15 seconds until the water. That's going to be problems. King Raptors is going to come in and wipe this, yeah. That's the thing. Very nice. Could have got 2 there if the micro was better. Here we go then. In comes the water. In comes the chaos. Oh dear. Look at the losses from both players. Holy moly. Okay, so they're kind of nuke and anthrax. Interesting. These rockets. That one's staying alive though. 3 war factories out for Jacob. That's got quite a few Tobies all of a sudden, but that is a lot of Tobies here as well. I like the CC, instant CC rebuild from ApeX, which is very nice. And yeah, Jacob certainly is behind. There's no doubt about that. If the Raptors just decide to go and find this dozer, then it's basically over, I think. I think that's exactly what they're going to go do. No, actually going to go and try and finish off a war factory, alright. Jacob playing with fire. I think he needs at least 1 Avenger in this mix. But yeah, ApeX doing very nice to be ahead on the Tobies. I think he's going to take this game. CC's back. Very, very close to 3-star here. He literally needs to pick off a V and he'll be 3-star. Yeah, there it is. That's going to hurt a lot. That is going to hurt because the Spectre gunship should come in any time now. As I say that, there it is. That's going to be on this area here. I think he realised that he needs to get out there. That could be 2 war factories for the price of 1. Yeah, he knows. Yeah, 2 for the price of 1. Wow, okay. And Raptors coming in with the toe to deflect the toe. Very nice. Ooh. Yeah, nicely done. Still coming out on top here, Jacob. He must have had a lot of these. Didn't even see how many. I thought with the high ground he'd have Noah, but he's actually been overrun here. He's going to try and build War Factory back. No CC still for Jacob, but yeah, he's on... Don't tell me he's going to win this. I thought he had no chance. What happened to the Vs? Was he just not building drones? He wasn't building the drones. So Jacob's 50k experience is coming into play here, because I think that's it. I can't see how... can't see how he can stop this. That 50k experience coming in clutch there for Jacob. Very much so. He can't stop it. Yeah, this is GG. He's done it. Jacob has done it. He has gone back to 2-2. King Raptor's probably going to go down. Nope, stays alive for now. Will capture the CC, I think. Oh, wow. I think ApeX is going to be kicking himself. I really do. How has he lost it? Well, there's some... The thing is that Jacob got more stitched up by the water than he did. The hill we had our engagement on is... No, it wasn't that. It was the lack of drones. He had the high ground. Yeah, he had the high ground, but it was the drones, I'm pretty sure. Very well done from Jacob. Very well done. 50k experience, I'm pretty sure, is what won in that game there. Very nice. I'm not actually going to say anything at this stage. That was a clutch comeback for sure there. Yeah, that's the thing. A-move. You can't A-move in a V battle because they're going to hit the drones. So that's his problem. His micro was what let him down. Mountain Mayhem we're now going to see, okay. So yeah, I think that's what won Jacob that game, was purely the engagement. You can't A-move in V... I'm pretty sure you just can't A-move in V wars because they'll just hit the drones. And Jacob knew that. So very much came on top there. Stealth Laser, it's a very, very nice matchup. Very, very nice matchup. Oh, shit. Fuck. I've fucked it up big time. I've made a big mistake. Oh dear. I've really made a big error there, guys. I'm so sorry. They're not. Oh dear. They're not doing in and out. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think I've messed up badly there. Oh no. Oh, thank God. Oh, that was lucky. Okay, that was a real error on my part. Okay, I got away with one big time there. Alright, we got away with one big time. Big time. Deary. Oh, yeah. Alright. Well done, both players. Well done, ApeX, for spotting that message. That could have been a disaster. Oh, dearie me. Anti. I've got to pay attention. Right, okay. I was getting very excitable there. We continue this very interesting set at 3-3, and we have got ApeX in the bottom right on Mountain Mayhem playing as Stealth in the blue. And top left, we've got ApeX in the purple as Laser. A very nice matchup. I think Dommy has just put a video up on this exact matchup, actually. Stealth Laser. Be interested to know. I mean, not that either player necessarily needs to watch that, because they're probably of a good enough level to know. I think the video, if I had to guess, was probably aimed at a slightly lower level. I haven't actually watched it yet, so I wouldn't really know. ApeX looks like he might potentially keep his CC. And yeah, he realised he didn't need to box. So yeah, okay, he's going to go for a very passive build. Now, you can kind of get away with this a bit more. You can basically keep your CC because of the $1,000 crate. It gives you the option to do that. And I don't really have an issue with spending your $1,000 crate on not getting hunted. That's perfectly reasonable. Drone is going to get detected here. We have a triple supply build from Jacob. And very much a passive build, yeah. So ApeX won't come in with any early aggression. Jacob was ready for it more or less with the terrorist in play. First V is going to go out. That should deny this worker here. Hello, red versus blue in the chat, by the way. Yep, good deny. Ooh. That technical is going to come out on top. Hellfire not quite doing enough there. Very good scrap denial as well, okay. Jacob with another V that has some MDs in it. Seems to know what's coming. Ooh, nice crash. Oh, it was actually a TT. Alright. Will he get the dozer? Oh, very, very nearly. Good last minute reverse there from ApeX. Okay. Piddock says this is why you in and out. Yeah, well, because idiotic streamers make assumptions. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's fine. We got away with it. It was nearly a big boo-boo on my part. Technical on the right-hand side, if it goes in now, will find himself a dozer and, crucially, will slow down. Yeah, that's nice. That's just really annoying, that is, if you're Jacob, if you're ApeX. Just really annoying. Jacob probably has to get out of there, though. At least save the technical, yep. That's what he'll do. He's going to try and chip away at that oil, which is nice. Building up more technicals. He's on the 2 arms dealers now. But yeah, so far so good kind of for both players. This is a pretty scary blob. Ooh, nearly got the dozer there actually. Jacob now needs to reset and re-go for this, I think. He's going for a bit of a counter attack. I'm not sure it's the best move. Does he think he's hunted him is the real question. I think he does, but the CC has very much been kept, so that is probably, yeah, it's not worth it. And actually, he hasn't really hunted. Well, actually, was it the hunt? Was it the second dozer? Maybe. I like it from ApeX. He knows that his opponent has gone for the hunt quite a lot, so not selling the CC might actually prove to be very clutch. Still got plenty of work to do here, though. There are quite a few technicals out. And with some good diagonal driving, should be able to pick these off. If you're wondering what I mean by diagonal driving, I mean going from there to there rather than up and down or left and right. If you're wondering why that matters, it's because your units will be a lot quicker when they do so. Both these players are good enough to know that, though. Technicals need to be very, very careful here. They are being careful, more or less. Do we have a palace being built? I think that's what we need to see from Jacob now. He is floating, and yeah, there's the palace. Okay. Needs to be careful now not to lose any technicals cheaply, and he is probably not going to lose them. Okay. Might be a potential pick-off opportunity here. Yeah, he's going to try and sandwich him in. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Loses a few technicals for it, but worth it. It resets the ambulance, so he's got to now go back and get another one. S&D is close, however. And that is going to be the opportunity for ApeX to get some work done while this palace is still building. I think this palace should have been quicker, actually. I really do. Sneaky worker on the left. That's going to get spotted, though. And S&D is now in play. Hello, Mythic Eagle in chat. I think that's Egg. Hello, Egg. Ooh. Ooh. Warfare. Barracks, was it? Was it a barracks? I think it was a barracks. Might get the power here at the very least. I think he should, at a minimum, get the power. Yeah, he does. But in comes the scary part for Jacob. And it's the palace that's under threat. Ah, this is a problem for him. More technicals coming in. Needs to be patient and wait for the lot of them. He could sandwich him in here quite nicely, actually. We'll pick off a couple of these, I think, at the very least. I think he got away with one there, ApeX. I think he got away with it big time. Is he going to continue to chase? Don't think he should. Would like to see him at least get some of the scrap, but no. Needs to preserve those technical numbers whilst he's able to get the buggy numbers up. Does have the palace now. And he is going to probably get at least one RPG in that palace, which is very important. Very nice pop with the technicals. But very good micro from ApeX. Very, very nice. We are going to see some buggies coming out. But are they going to be able... The float from Jacob is significant. Very, very big. Yeah, the buggies are going to start putting some work in. But Jacob's float, man. I think he's focused over here, but he needs to be focused on defending his base. It is tough. It is a lot easier watching. I can assure you of that. Ooh, nice pick off. Nice micro, actually. That was really nice micro from Jacob in the end. Did focus on the defense in the end and didn't really lose anything more than a supply. And it doesn't really need to be replaced, so that's kind of not too bad. Technicals should now look to finish these men off. Would like to see him get the scrap as well. Oh, there was a TT in the meantime. Okay. So no S&D now for ApeX. He is 3-star though, so we can call on some A10s. Maybe pick off an oil here. And suddenly looking pretty good for Joe. That is a lot of these though. Do we have a market out yet? It is being built. Okay. A10's now coming in. That's going to go... He wants the palace. Okay. Very important then that Jacob got the upgrade in play. And he is in and outing with these buggies. Starts to get repaired. That's quite full though. This is risky from both players really. I think it is going to work out. Jacob's got a German Kellen there as well. Needs to use it. Isn't using it. Yeah, I'm not sure about that in the end, putting German Kellen in the palace. So he does lose his palace, but I think ApeX has lost a lot to do that. Like, he's taken some pretty heavy losses. If you look at his base, he hasn't really got that much. It's going to go for this oil now. But buggies are being picked off, yeah. I'm sorry, these are being picked off, I should say. There's another one that will go down. Needs to deny this, and will. Yeah, very nice. Do we have worker shoes? Not yet. S&D's back, but again, not really that many units. Ooh, he needs to be very careful. I think that should get picked off. It does, yeah. Oil gets picked off, though. Very nice pick off. It's close. It is close, this game. This is going to really go down to the wire, I think. That one MD, man. That is causing all sorts of problems. Worker shoes now in play. I think he should just go for the crush. Yeah. Alright, nice. Expansion now on the right-hand side. Oil now coming in here and already got it in here. I like that he's got this artillery platform as well. Very, very close game between these two players. This is a close set, for sure. I think that ApeX has done quite well this game because I'd rather be the stealth. But yeah, this is some good 0 hour here. It really could go either way. Memphis earlier saying, missing out on a good set RVB, and right he is, if you ask me. Alright, ApeX has got himself S&D back and now a fairly chunky V army, so needs to be careful here. The question is that a TT? It might be. Yeah, he's just going to pick off the supply. Very nice. All these pickoffs count. Jacob floating an insane amount here. There's a Colonel Burton in his base. Okay. I don't think the mines on the Colonel Burton can actually kill these straight, you know. I don't think they... Yeah, they can't. I was going to say. So all he really has to do is not die to the mine itself. Which I think he might do, actually. I think that tentacle was a bit close. Ooh. Yeah. Gets away with it. Will he lose the radar van? Yes. Oh, he doesn't. He keeps it alive. Okay, so Colonel Burton doesn't do anything, but this was a nice distraction to kill the oil in the meantime. Just the one oil left on the map then. This belongs to ApeX. Very much still in it, yeah. Pathfinder's now out, okay. But we have the buggy armor. Buggy upgrade even. Very nice. Overall, I'd say that was a good win there. This is tough now for ApeX. The GLA just about managed to establish. We actually see some markets getting thrown down, which I like. Selling of the supply as well. He does still have the one supply in the bottom left corner, okay. I think Jacob knows exactly what he needs to do to win this game. He needs to just, well, not suicide units or anything. Does have the rocket upgrade, whatever it's called, AP rockets, armor piercing rockets. That's the one. Doesn't lose any buggies, which is nice, and even picks that off for free. Very good. I think ApeX is now in a bit of trouble. He's going to try and take this game long. He's going for a couple of supply drop zones. Really, really nice set. I really have to say this has been good. Ooh. Oh, wow. Did you see those missiles go over the hill? Clutch. He just can't really do anything with these Vs, unfortunately. They can achieve absolutely nothing. And there's no Tomahawks, because your laser. Maybe, okay, AA-10. Probably going to go for market? Or is it going to try and bait out... Yeah, the aim was to try and bait out the... Yeah, that was nicely done. Nicely done from ApeX, but still not causing quite enough damage there, I don't think. I like that Jacobs put his Jarman Kell in the bus, so that the Pathfinders can't pick it off. I think the only thing that ApeX could hope for is if he goes to the very long game and has enough money, maybe a combination of particles and a laser tank blob, but it's really tough. Even that probably isn't going to cut it. I think we are eking our way towards a Jacob victory here. What I like from Jacob is throwing down these markets when he could afford it. He had quite a big float, and he's actually spent that float quite nicely. A bus being annoying on the right-hand side. Meanwhile, left-hand side, we're going to see a bit of a V push. This oil certainly needs to be dealt with by Jacob. Okay, he's going to sell that. I think that's a good decision. There's just so many tunnels here. Like, you pop out from... You kill these even, and... Yeah, it's just tough. Here come the buggy pop. That'll be 1V going down. Does need to get his bus back so that he can pick these men off, actually. Sells the market instantly, which is nice. We have bounty is in play as well. At the 20% level, actually. He's got full triple bounty, which is nice. Another pick off there. Yeah, when you get this many buggies, it doesn't really matter these MD pops because you're just going to pick them off anyway. Sells this. I like this from Jacob. Not giving the any XP away. Does lose a couple of buggies. Jarman Kell, for some reason, deciding to pop. Not sure why he did that. Bit of a weird decision. Very nice. I think he knows he can pick these off now. Bit of tit for tat. Will that be... Nope. Okay. CC nearly built. He's already used all his upgrades because he's got the technical veterancy and 20% bounty, but he'll be 5-star at some point. There's a tunnel on the right-hand side. ApeX deciding he needs to pull these away very quickly. There's quite a bit of money left here, actually. Losing a couple Chinooks for quite cheaply. Gives away $240 of bounty. Nice Pathfinder there for some vision. I think this is going to be the oil going down now, yeah. I mean, how long does ApeX want to keep it going? I mean, he must know his fate at this stage. I think maybe he's relying on Jacob having no money, but he can see two markets there. He can see a third, maybe see a third just about, if he scans it or gets the intel. Does lose his oil now. There are some, well, there's 4 actually. Quite a lot of supply drop zones here. Ooh. Leave some Vs hanging. AP bullets are not in place, so we probably won't pick that off, and the Vs are going to come in and defend that. There is an airfield now being built from ApeX. Okay. Probably going to build Comanches. The trouble is, does he have the income for that? I'm not convinced he does. Must have his A10 on off cooldown soon as well. Jacob is now in an XP lead, impressively. I think he's done quite well this game. Might get another supply drop zone. No, we'll miss out. And the micro's good overall. He's done very well. There's just not really anything ApeX can do. I mean, he hasn't built a single Avenger, and maybe that could have helped him, but it is hard. It is very, very hard. A10's now in play. That'll just go for some a market here. Pretty sure... no, it's going to be that one, actually. Oh, no, that was the one I picked out. Yeah. That goes down. Nice micro with the buggies. Probably will lose. Can he pop, though? It's a bit of a risk if you know there's Pathfinders out. Is he going to get away with it? I think he is. Nicely done from ApeX. Quad's now in play, though. Yep. Okay. Might want to consider getting AP bullets at some point, given that there are Comanches on the field. Nice, yeah, nice bait there from Jacob. We'll take a Comanche out. And all of this... Oh, nice Colonel Burton. Takes a couple of buggies out. Very nice. Ooh, German Kell. Very nearly. Post but no cigar. I mean, ApeX isn't... sorry, Jacob isn't super rich. He's only on, what, nearly 4 markets, but he has the bounty. So the economies aren't a million miles off. 4 supply drop zones with the upgrade is very nice. It's probably similar, actually. You just can't afford to lose anything or waste anything. But even then, you're just massively up against it. I mean, Jacob knows this. Game could go fairly long, actually. Hello, Almudin chap. Still no AP bullets for now. A couple of Vs will get picked off here. No, just the one. Okay. John McHale now getting popped out. Piddock says Jacob doing well. I agree. He is doing well. Got a random Vet 3 pilot, which could be put to better use if he... I think if he actually landed one of these Comanches and put it in there, that would be very nice. If he had a bit of damage on it. Ooh, nice pick-off. Very nice pick-off there. A bit of a tit for tat. 1 buggy for 1 V. That favours the GLA. Gets another V. Now it's really favouring the GLA. Does he have Jarman Kellner? Yes, he does. Another nice pop. I think that's going to go down, is it? Yeah. Another bus as well. Will he consider popping a quad from there or a few quads? If he does, could catch him off guard. Jarman Kell being very slow to fire there. Does eventually fire, and more Comanches going down. Needs to get countermeasures. If you're going to build these Comanches, you need to get countermeasures for sure. I think this last one's going to go down as well. Yeah. Nice pick off from Jacob. Still no AP bullets. Yeah, that tunnel's really nice. I think this is going to finally get cleared up, but the cost for ApeX of clearing this up is just massive. How that Colonel Burton isn't getting detected, I do not know. Pathfinder getting picked off. Yeah, really nice. There's just only so long that ApeX can go for here, I think. Ooh, nice corner burn. Jarman kill, not quite quick enough. Does he have radar van scan? Yeah, he does. So we could have potentially gone for that. More drones being placed down. There is another A10 that's going to hit this market here. Okay. Both players extremely close to 5-star now. Really, really close. So it's been such a close game, this. Really has. Really, really has. But the sneak attack, when it comes in, is going to really be painful. A Vet 3 pilot finally being withdrawn. Ooh. That is so close to 5-star, man. 8 XP off. Bit wasteful from Jacob. And it is slow. It's going to be slow and steady. It is a really close game. It's a really, really close game. ApeX did finally sweep all the aggression up here, which is very nice. And he is thinking of going forwards now. I think he's thinking that Jacob doesn't have that much. That is going to get picked off. Yeah. Ah, don't tell me ApeX is going to win this now. That'd be crazy if he does. Okay, he wants to get some tunnels established back here, which I think is a good move. Buggies again going unaccompanied 5-star now as well for ApeX. And we are going to see those gem promos come in. Jacob's momentarily... Oh, nice pick off. Very, very close now. And Spectre, we see a load of destruction here. That was 2 markets going down. But Jacob does have 5-star himself now. But not a lot... Oh, is that... That's a double Spectre, I think. Because it then had a time to go back and take that out. Only the 1 market left here for Jacob. He's not that rich. He's going to need 1 epic sneak attack. I think he... Anthrax bomb comes in. There is the sneak attack. He has to just go hell for leather on this, I think. Yeah. Yeah, this is where it gets really difficult for ApeX. I don't think Jacob wants to be suiciding his buses, though. We'll lose 1. But I think he needs to get out of there. Can't really afford to lose both these buses for this, I don't think. And I think he will. Unless these are empty. Maybe he'll get this out. He wants the strat, I think. Okay. Don't think I mind that. It's probably worth it. And the Comanche goes down. Alright, fair enough. I don't think I mind that. He lost obviously most of his units, but overall he has caused a lot of damage to ApeX there. Very, very tight game this. It really is. 5-star versus 5-star. Ambulance that comes in and sweeps that up, okay. The economy has taken a hit for ApeX, but he still is on 4 supply drop zones, or is about to be on 4 supply drop zones. Game is now at nearly 25 minutes, and still not really clear who's going to win this one. Colonel Burton comes out, that's really nice. Has to sell them. He has to sell them. I don't think he even knows. Ooh, that's a very, very filled bunker. Got to be so careful here. Is that a AAA-10? It is. That's going to probably be on the Palace. I think it can take it out. Slight bit of lag. I think that will go down, you know. Oh, it just doesn't go down. That's unlucky. That Colonel Burton has worked wonders, actually, I have to say. I think it probably will go down here, though. Yep, it does. Whoa, miss micro on the Vs. That's massive. That's a big miss micro. Oh, ApeX has spent every penny. He's trying to get S&D back. But yeah, that was a big miss micro. I think he was controlling his Colonel Burton then and pulled his Vs in. That bunker's very, very dangerous. I think I'd actually use a gen promo on it. It's that lethal. he kills that, it's going to be difficult for ApeX, for Jacob to defend. Does he pick off the market? No, he doesn't. Does just about get that away. Okay. So tight, this game. So tight. S&D's back in play now. Very close. I'm not sure. Okay. Just trying to be clever, but it is going to get in. Is he going to go for the S&D, though? Or is he just going to take some of these out? I think he's going to just go for the supply drop zones, which I like. Yeah. Might. There was 4 in there. Okay, yeah, 2 supply drop zones. That's very successful. Picks off the last V. Okay. It's so close, this game. So close. The thing is, there's that one market there, but it's the bounty every time he does a sneak attack. And his economy is about to get wrecked. You just gotta sell these, I think. Spectre's coming in. Okay. Knows what the range is now. So yeah, he'll at least take that up. But he is going to lose himself. Or is he actually? I think he might keep these both alive. I think he's going to keep these alive, yeah. Alright. Bit of an error there from Jacob. Should have just committed to 1 there, really. Ooh, unlucky. Very nearly picking the buggy off. And in his desperation to do so, loses the buggy. Yeah. Holy moly, it's close. Hello, Hummy, in the chat. Very close. Very close game, this. ApeX still has economy, though. He was very close to losing these 2, actually. If Jacob can find a way to pick him off. And I think he will with the sneak attacks in time. The thing is, you got the powerful support, you know, the support power is also from ApeX. So it is all very close. He's going to sell an arms here. I think that's a good decision. So there are some small occasional freezes, but the latency otherwise is excellent. Ooh. Needs just the 1. Only needed the... Oh no, he needed 2. Alright, I'll take it back. Very nice. There's only... Is there 1 terrorist left? Maybe there is. I'm not entirely sure, actually. Or is he just going to try and get out of there? I think he's just going to try and get out of there. Hello, Detox in the chat. And Leaf Resort, hello to you. That technical is going to get back. Just. Quad now gets popped to shoot these drones, which is nice. It is so close, this game. Oh, it's so close. He nearly sells that in time. Not quite. It's just ridiculous. The 1 market out still. That little bit of income making all the difference. You might think, why sell, you know, could you sell that, but not really worth it, because if you sell it and then you lose your war factory, you'd have to rebuild it. So it's worth keeping that. It is remarkably close, though. There is now... Ooh, a microwave tank. Okay. I like that. Anthrax bomb gets denied. Okay. V's in the right place at the right time. Quite a few V's, actually. I think if you're Jacob, your best hope is to probably sneak here and maybe pop some terrorists. That could be quite nice. It's going to be long, isn't it? It's half an hour now, this game. It's a long one. I need some chocolate or something. Unfortunately, I am lacking in chocolate. Will he get himself to 2.5? Yes, he will. Nice that he's getting some free laser tanks here as well. Might need to be careful not to go low power from that. I think he's actually got plenty of power, so there's no risk of that. In comes a bit of a V push. But Jacob, not many units. at all. Is that all he's got? I think it might be. Oh, wow. I mean, Jacob has enough money to build a couple of units. I think he wants another market, though. I think... Ah, okay, that's what he's going for. Nah, he needs to evac from there ASAP. Might actually take out his own buildings here. Yeah, it does. Oh, wow, okay. Low power from it as well. That's kind of annoying for ApeX to have to deal with that. Second buggy now. Ow. It's so close, this game. It really is ridiculously close. Ridiculously fine margins here. I think Jacob's one of the mistakes he's made in this game. That's nice from... really nice. Can't lose that. Oh my god. Cannot lose anything. CC at risk of going down here. Very much so. Jacob needs to be careful. Loses a buggy. Ouch. Jarman Kale's now in. Spectre now coming in. Does sell the CC. Does sell it in time. Oh, wow. Spectre should probably take the tunnel out. It does. I think ApeX has snuck this, you know. Wow, 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 wow. Very, very close run. Very, very close this. So little left for Jacob. Wants to try and bait him in here, I think, into the bunker. Because it is very, very full. Will he lose it? Yeah. Has to sell that now. Keeps his radar down, okay. Just so little left now. ApeX now going for a second... this is almost like a really slow CXN match at this point. Probably has to sell that market. Might be too late. I think it is too late. Yeah. I think Jacob really wants to get his CC back. I think that's the thing he's trying to get here. That there is his last worker, in fact. Very much at risk of getting worker hunted. Wow. Yeah, I think ApeX now has got this, and the AAA 10 on the arms dealer in all likelihood. Might even get some buggies for good measure. No, not quite. One tunnel left. Jacob's floating 2.5k. That's what I don't really understand. Like, the Jarman Kell, where is it? I think he's very quick. He might, if he does get this back, I think he's then... He might get his Anthrax bomb back, actually. Ah, it's so close, this game. It's so close. Jarman Kell, oh, doesn't even get it. Wow. GG, yeah. What a game. What a game of 0 hour. I cannot believe ApeX has done that. That is incredible. What a game. What a game. I'm just going to say that. Simple as that. Oh, wow. ApeX does edge it. That's such a big... That's massive. Really is. That is... Yeah, really good 0 hour, that, overall. I think most in the chat would agree. Really, really nice. And that's why we like laser stealth. Oh, dear. Just such fine margins. I think Jacob looked like he couldn't lose it at one point, but I don't even know how ApeX managed to pull that off, if I'm honest with you. He just slowly but surely managed to deny Jacob at the top right, and somehow managed to then defend his base from any count, and even the sneak attacks like the cause damage. I think maybe Jacob just lost a bit too much when he sneak attacked. Probably should have, you know, maybe considered popping, killing one supply drop zone and just then going back and taking that as a win. But maybe just overextended himself, lost both his buses, lost, you know, a couple of other units, and then didn't really have anything left at his base. Very, very close. Could have gone either way. Yeah, very nice. Jacob, unsurprisingly, needing a quick break after that for the toilet. Don't really blame him. I think that's completely reasonable. Make sure ApeX, or one of them takes their spot, okay? ApeX, NP, yeah, no problem. His turn to take a break. So we will just wait for him. Yeah, very much a good game, that. Completely agreed. Hello, Henk in the chat. Yeah. It was very, very close. I mean, he did put, yeah, he wanted to try and take it himself. That makes sense. And the thing is, every dollar he could have potentially taken himself is a dollar less for ApeX as well. So it's quite big in a game when the money became that tight. The deny of the supply drop zones maybe just came a little bit close. These are all extremely minor points, by the way. I mean, they're so minor. And ApeX just hung on in there and did very, very nicely, I have to say. Pressure probably on Jacob now here, because I'd say the stealth is favoured on this map. Ali JM says he should do only quad and buggies. I am inclined to agree with you. I am inclined to agree with you there. It's all you really, really need. Because the pops then from the MDs should in theory just do nothing. You A move with the quads, and then you use the buggies if the Vs decide to come in. Anyway, we go into match number 8, and we have got ApeX in the bottom, playing as Stealth in purple. And at the top, in blue, playing as Laser, we have Jacob. Okay. Does sell his CC. What build will he go for? Ooh, doesn't actually take the crate. He's lost a lot of time not taking that crate there, wow. Little things like that. It doesn't really matter as long as you don't delete your own crate. That would be basically the most disastrous thing you could do. Gonna try and box in over here, I think. We'll now take this crate. The nice $1,000 crate. Not sure boxing here is the wisest idea. Or boxing in general. It's not the easiest map to box on, because these supplies will obviously disappear. Whereas the this dock never disappears. But nonetheless, that's what he's going to go for. Does now have 2 nooks. Going to go for a firebase in this position. Okay. Maybe a tiny bit to the left would have been better. But overall, I don't mind it. ApeX is on 3 supplies himself. Going for a sneaky worker on the top right. And also establishes one here. Okay. And if... I think that firebase is going to not last very long. The big question is, will the dozer go down with it? Maybe. Yeah, we'll lose the firebase. Ooh. Okay, fine. That's not too bad in the end. Could just build himself another firebase back. The Vs should sweep that up. So overall, not too bad. Firebase kind of exchange there. Very nice. Picks off the dozer, which is good to see. We'll lose an RPG for it, but that's okay. Building up these V numbers nicely. Needs probably a few more MDs. I'm not convinced he has too many in them right now. Right-hand side. Did he actually build a... Did he even have a worker? Maybe it got denied, actually, by a V. Very, very nice if so. Does that have anything in it? It looks like it does. Okay. Oh, it's just a tech RPG. Okay. This is going to get swept up quite quick. Yeah. Doesn't lose anything, I don't think. Nope. That's a good win for Jacob. He does pretty much have everything he needs. ApeX is slowly building up his aggression, though. He's now going to come in on the left-hand side, probably with a TT of some sort. Oh, big TT. Very nice. Takes both buildings. And actually, the box allows him to rebuild up there. I think he needs to push out now, Jacob. He's got the big blob he needs. I think he just got to go. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. I like this from ApeX. Blocking off all the entrances. That's pretty cool. Needs to be very, very careful pushing through here. Whoa. Luckily for Jacob, he only lost an MTV. Yeah, good from ApeX. The only problem is that he could just go left-hand side. That has a lot of technicals, though. Wow. Needs to be careful. Really, really, really careful here, Jacob. I think I'd like to see him maybe drop off a laser tank and to act as a bit of a buff against this. That could be a TT, potentially. Ooh, does it go down? Yes, it does. It was actually just an RPG. Okay. Jacob is a little bit slow to get out here. Is now deciding probably to go around this right-hand side. Has the high ground. He's going to try and make the most of that, is he? No. Okay. Ah, he's even blocked this off now. And a demo trap trying to be laid down. Yeah, tough. Where does he go from here? This is ApeX done very, very nicely. All of this is, of course, delaying what I was about to say to get to a palace, but he hasn't actually built one yet, which is a bit weird. Very, very cautious from both players, though, overall. Very, very cautious. I mean, he needs to cancel that now. Well, he actually needs to needs to not get hunted, that's for sure. If he's quick with the repair... Yep, there it is. He was paying attention. Very nice. But does he have one more yet? He does. Can't hunt him, though. Okay. He's just got to push out at some point. You really do. You can't just stay in your base forever. He wants to get his S&D, but... Oh, wow. Nice from ApeX. Although, he's overextended himself. He picks off 2 Vs, but he's lost a lot of technicals for that. He really wants the hunt, but Jacob paying attention. Really, really nice. Okay. Jacob is very much hanging on in there. Just a slight... There are a couple of freezes here and there. So... Good micro again. He is desperate for that hunt. He is absolutely desperate for it. But he's not going to get it. Oh, I'll tell you what, he might. He might. Oh, wow. It's so close. It is so close. Jacob is absolutely playing with fire here. Wow. Jesus. Yeah. Do not get hunted. You can't afford to. He needs to get his CC back the second after. Search and Destroy is now in. That's what he was waiting for. We must have a palace now. Oh my god. How is he only at 40%? He should have had a Palace about 5 minutes ago. Well, maybe not 5 minutes ago, but 2 minutes ago, maybe. Okay, he went for the TT, but that fails. I mean, Jacob's just got to get his... He's actually going for his War Factory first. Okay. It's just so cool. All of this is just buying Apex time. So much time. Is he... Not sure where these guys are going, actually. Okay, he's going to push out. Where is your CC? There is a Colonel Burton now out. And he has managed to find a route into the base. Okay. This is pretty important because the Palace is there. It's going to be close. Does just get it. We'll lose it instantly. Yeah, that's big. He does build it, however. So he can get the German Kell and he can queue up some buggies. But he is going to lose it almost straight away. Nice pick off there for Jacob. Very nearly 3-star as a result. In fact, is 3-star now. Okay. We need a CC from Jacob. That's what we need to see. Tunnel is there. That's going to give its location away. Could potentially lose his ambulance. Will lose his ambulance. Needs to be careful now. Good micro overall. But the weak one was kind of straggling a little bit. Does go down. Yeah, picks off the oil. Good decision. Oh, he might lose his S&D. Unless the Colonel Burton reacts. It doesn't. He's going to lose it. And he'll lose his barracks in the process. I think Jacob just needs to keep going with this army. Oh, there's buggies now, though. And he loses one. Nice random RPG there, being annoying. Yeah, could have saved his S&D there. If the Colonel Burton was paying attention. But unfortunately for him, it wasn't. And the chase is very much now on. Palace being rebuilt now. Okay, nicely done overall. Good micro. Without the S&D, all things considered. Jacob is 3-star, so we can now call on some A10s and might even get some Pathfinders out. Being a little bit slow, like he's floating and he's sort of just doing nothing. He needs to start spending his money. I think he was just focused. What was that? Okay, all good. Well, I was losing battery for a second. On the headphones. Alright, now he's going to rebuild this. Now he's going to build his barracks back. All very slow here from Jacob. A10 will deny the Palace. Very nice. I think I like that, actually. Because you can't now rebuild these buggies. Alright, that's a pretty good move, actually. All things considered. That's a good move. I mean, can you imagine if Apex came up here with a worker, like, 3 minutes ago and just established a load of tunnels and, you know, he'd have this position secured. I think this is slowly going to go the way of the lazy, you know. I really do. He's now 4-star. I think I wouldn't mind seeing some Pathfinders. Apex is going to finally go for the oils here and here. No oil grab really attempt from Jacob. Maybe should consider it. Considering the ranges he has. Technicals are floating around, looking to pick off what they can. S&D now in play, but this is the thing, right? No one. Why does no one build a laser tank? Like, can you imagine one laser tank just tank all of this? That's. Yeah, there's the laser tank. Right, okay, that was way too slow for my liking. That V is going to get picked off. Yep. I think he lost the dozer and all of that. And he might lose another one. Jacob is... Where is he focusing? He's certainly not focusing here, that's for sure. We do see Bounty in play now. Just very messy overall, this. It really is. Concentration levels are dipping, for sure. Palace Very close to being rebuilt now. Okay, Rangers are going to finally deal with that. Just where's the fire bases? Where's the units at home? Where's, you know, all of these things? Because you're just giving them an opportunity. Needs another laser tank here, ideally. Ooh, bit of lag. He hasn't even killed this RPG. Yeah, strange. Very easy kill on the oil there as well. There's the laser tank. Okay. That's what he needed. ApeX has not got that much money. That is a TT probably going to go for the strap. Yeah, so cautious from both these players. So cautious. Yeah, that strat is doomed. That's for sure. That's definitely going to go down. Yep. And the buggies are out. I think this is now going to swing ApeX's way, actually. I think he is going to take this one. I mean, the opportunities for Jacob, though, that haven't been taken are just ridiculous. It's so slow. I don't really know what he's looking at. I know I'm being critical as well, but I don't understand. Like, there's so much time, and it's just taking ages to do anything. Yeah. Hello, Hesso. Good to see you in chat. On one of my ranting brigades. Yeah. I mean, Jacob's floating 6k. But where is he looking? 7k. Colonel Burton, okay. We'll pick off an oil, that's nice. He could have picked this oil off by now as well, though. Incredibly, that oil hasn't been picked off. And you're 4-star, but I don't see Pathfinders. I think ApeX is comfortable now. S&D's back in play, but is he going to actually defend it this time? Goes straight for a particle cannon. I don't know. Now, AAA-10 could have killed the palace. Decides not to. Okay. Yeah, again. Whoa, needs to be careful. 1v will get picked off. At least. Could use the laser tank to help him out here. And there's a German kill in play now. And no Pathfinders from Jacob. Who's going... He's making some questionable decisions, I'd say. Buggy... We'll pick off the... Yep. And he still hasn't dealt with this on the right hand side. It's more pressure. Tunnel there. Knows it's there now, but... That's a nice spot from ApeX. I think this is the beginning of the end now. Because what does he have? Nothing. Very... he's even gone low power. Very questionable decision making from Jacob this game. Very questionable. Yeah. Could use his burn, maybe? No. Yeah, that's it. ApeX has got this. Oh, he's going to knife the Jarman. That's always nice to see. We like that. I mean, ApeX, yeah, Jacob's barely got any power here. That's half his problem. ApeX is just kind of chilling. Doesn't actually have that much money, by the way. You know, he's on one supply. Yeah, GG. Messy, very messy there from both players. But ApeX does take it, and it does go 5-3. He's now on match point. Okay. I honestly... I mean, that game was so winnable for the laser. It really was. Just so cautious at times. Whose map is it now? Alright, Snowy. He's going to go traditional. He has to win all three now. I'm assuming it's V5. Must be. Take the latest version at all times. Let's make sure we don't make that mistake again. Alright. Yeah, been a very good set. But I'd say hello there, roll in the chat as well, by the way. Inf super, okay. Right, so we start then in the north with Jacob in blue playing as Infantry General. And in the bottom we've got ApeX in the purple as SWG. I think ApeX will be fairly happy here because this is certainly easier to play as the infantry at this level. But it isn't impossible. I think when you get to the sort of more expert level, it gets you get a bit better at dealing with the infantry. It's still very, very difficult, but it is much more doable when you're like a Super Saiyan at this game. Hello, Simon in chat. Good to see you. I suspect we'll see a standard build here from Jacob. And by standard, what I really mean is he's going to go for a troop crawler and might even build a barracks and get a couple of tank hunters. I think that's exactly what we're going to see. Not entirely sure we have seen that, actually. I don't know what he's built there. Thousands. Must have got an out. Must be an outpost. Yeah, it is an outpost. Okay. Alright. Well, let's see. Looks like he's trying to do a bit more of a methodical build. Maybe a bunker here would be very, very nice. Certainly an interesting build, this. From Jacob. Might just find this. But it looks like he wants to get here and harass, which is nice. Another extremely wonky supply there. Very, very wonky. Nice. We'll pick off a dozer here. It's a lovely pick off. And he is going to get away. This outpost not being very nicely microed. In fact, it's just not being microed. He wants the other dozer, but as long as he pays attention, he will not lose it. Yeah, no way. That V now has to kind of leg it. ApeX, Jacob certainly doesn't want to be getting hunted here. He does have to be careful. Okay, now he's going to get into position, but that's okay. ApeX is just going to collect from here instead. So this isn't going to cause him too many issues for now. He's going to potentially lose his V, though. Okay, V versus outposts. That needs to be evac. Does get evac. There are flashbangs, though. And there is now a troop crawler. This is the unit of death, I should say. Needs to be microed very, very carefully. I mean, he could just park it here and just deny the second supply. That would be nice. Jacob's floating once again. Loses a dozer. Pretty cheap loss, actually. Pretty cheap. Prop is now out. Okay. Does have that bunker, but the V did get cleared up there. Alright. Second war factory is now going for. I mean, ApeX has been afforded time in this game. I'm just not entirely sure he's used that time effectively. I guess he's only on the one supply, really. But he is going to take this back. Yeah. Nice. These tank hunters are kind of falling to their death because they're targeting the Chinook over here. Ooh, V goes down. Did it take the last dozer? I think it did. Okay. So Jacob has been hunted and all of that. Interesting game. Alright. That means no MiGs for ApeX. He's going to be pretty happy with that. Lotus now comes in. The MDs, I think they're just going to try and go for the prop, you know. But the yeah, the minigunners are on hand. That's going to deny that. Yeah, very nice. This is now a pretty scary blob. Dozer's still in play here for ApeX and now does drop his S&D down. But is he going to be able to stop the blob? That is what this comes down to. Subliminal messaging built nice and early, which we like. Does take a few hits on this. Okay. This is the moment of truth then. And he's losing quite a bit. He is losing quite a bit. That is a very, very tanky... Does he lose a dozer? Yeah, he does. That's probably his chance gone now. It is really, really tough, this. Very, very tough. Nice decision in the end by Jacob to get onto the ECMs early, so the hunt didn't really matter in the end. He had all the production he needed. And yeah, every building he loses now just can't be replaced. GG, yeah, he knows it. It's tough. It is tough for the SWG there, but there was a window. There was a window of victory, for sure. Jacob very much up against it, though. He has to win this to force the decider. So he's going to have to come up with something funky, or just try and play very, very solidly to have a chance here. Yeah, I saw some videos actually roll. Hopefully you guys stay safe. I did see some videos of missiles literally flying over your country, which is pretty wild. But I hope all stay safe. Doesn't affect you. That goes without saying. Always the case. Okay, Jacob takes the spot. Very good. Can ApeX close the set out here? That's the big question. Let's see what he can do. Alright, so in the bottom then we have got Jacob in the blue playing as the SWG. And on match point again, ApeX in purple playing as infantry. Looks like he is... That is going to be a... Oh wow, look at that. That is going to be a really slow second supply. Every second you gain is an important second for the SWG. Gives you that little bit more of a chance. Question is, what are we going to see? There are some options here. You could even go licks. Just skirt around the edge of the map and come in. Loads of things you can do here as the infantry. Going to be a standard build again. I do, however, think this will be a troop caller this time. Let's see the money. No, it isn't. It's another outpost. Ah, okay. Personally, I think that's a bit odd. But what do I know? So annoying to play against him, says Detox. Yeah, you're absolutely right there. It's very, very annoying. I can assure you. There's an ambulance, which I assume is going to try and get a drone on it. And be annoying. Okay. Can't really crush these, though, because of the TNT. I'm not sure about that from Jacob. Looks like he's trying to get flashbangs out quickly, though. Oh, that was his plan. Oh, lovely. That was a nice idea, actually. Alright, so he denies that, but there is another one of these out. And it will get in. So he's going to... Yeah, he instantly knows. Okay. One of the mistakes that I saw from that last game was Jacob then didn't capitalize on this position. So he allowed ApeX to continue for quite a while. But yeah, flashbangs are at least out nice and early. So that's good. Third supply is going to get in or get up. Bunker in place as well. And I think the plan here is to just drop off one ranger and then he should be okay. Needs to be very, very careful with the micro. Yeah. He has to be looking at both sides though. The dozer, is he going to lose it? It's so difficult. These are now going to cause problems. He hasn't left an MD. Oh, loses his own... okay, that's a bit of a mistake then. But he needed an MD to deal with this. He's just been kind of stretched and I think he's panicked. Yeah. We'll get some more... should be able to sweep that up with the Rangers now. But the economy is the problem. Behind this, we're going to see some MiGs. That minigun has survived as well. Ah, yeah, that's it. This is GG's. I think he's taken too much damage. Unfortunately. Loses a dozer building his power back. And that minigun is still alive. And there is much more coming. I'm afraid. It is GG's. Jacob knows it. Yeah, it is, I'm afraid. Yeah. Try to... It's hard. It is so difficult, this matchup. Take you out. Yeah, exactly. I told you. It would have worked. Yeah. He knows. I like the Jacob... Yeah, GG well played, Jacob. ApeX did... Yeah, there you go. Than expected. I knew it. I knew it was going to do. He's very tough. Jacob got a lot better, I'm telling you. GG's well played. Really good set. Yeah, a lot of missiles. I was just reading this roll. Yeah, a lot of missiles, but we are safe. No damages. Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Hope that continues to be the case for everyone that's near in the area as well. Yeah, GG's well played. That was a very nice set, actually. Very nicely done. Do you know what, actually? I wonder if... it's a shame. I don't think I've got quite enough time. I was tempted to then cast the Moon Knight versus Black Lotus replays, but I haven't quite got enough time, unfortunately. Let's just do one final update of the score. 6-4, it obviously finished. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave it there, guys. But yeah, GG's well played. That was a very nice set. I really enjoyed that. Hello, Romanov in chat, and Rodwan as well. And everyone else that I missed, by the way. Hello. And obviously, goodbye in a second. But yeah, GG's. Hope you all enjoyed that. We'll be back hopefully soon. As I say, I might see if I can try and find time to squeeze in the Moon Knight Black Lotus replay cast. But if not, hopefully someone picks that up. But until the next set that I'm streaming, GG's well played. See you all very soon, guys. Take care.